Okay, so hello kids. I am Teacher Jen. So ang atong i-discuss karon is divisibility rules for 2, 5, and 10. So before we will discuss or before nato i-discuss o tagsa-tagsa unsa man gyud ang mga rules sa or divisibility rules sa 2, 5, and 10, ato sang sabton or ato sang ila-ilahon unsa may pasabot di ay kamo yung tag divisibility or unsa man ni sa divisible. So we have first here when we say divisible, unsa may sabot ni divisible oy. So meaning to say kamo yung tag divisible di class, if you divide one number by another number, the result is whole number without any remainder. So ipasabot ani, ang pasabot ani is kung sa kuno ka number matawag siya nga divisible, kung ang isa ka number i-divide mo sa lain nga number, ang resulta is a whole number. Kunya wala siya remainder. Pananglitan or for example, si 10 i-divide nato siya ni 5. So 10 divided by 5, the answer or the quotient is 2. So 2 is a whole number. Sa ato pa, si 10 10 is divisible by 2. So another example here. If 8 divided by 4. So si 8, i-divide ko na nato og 4. The answer is 2. Take note, if the quotient is a whole number, wala siya remainder, wala siya pasabot class nga divisible siya. So, no remainder. So, therefore, 8 is divisible by 4. Another, if 10 or 10 divided by 5, the answer is 2. So, 2 is a whole number. So, unsa to ganina? Kung may tag-divisible, kung ang resulta or kung ang quotient niya is a whole number, meaning to say, wala siya decimal point, walay sobra, walay pakapin, it's a whole number, then it is divisible by that given number. So, balik ta sa itong example, kung si 10 or 10 divided by 5, the answer is 2. So, the answer is 2, which has no remainder. Therefore, 10 is divisible by 5. So, klaro ba na siya? So, unsa ganito class? So, kung may tag-divisible, ngayon tag-divisible, pasabot, ang answer is a whole number. So, kung may tag-whole number class, wala siya ipakapin, there is no decimal point. Nasabtan ba? Now, we will proceed to the divisibility rules for 2. So, may atong ilhanan. Ang kaning number is divisible by 2 siya. Actually, sayon raman class no, basta nakasag-o ka sa skip counting. So, 2, 4, 6, 8. But ang pangutana, what if ang number is a big number? Meaning to say, ako ay siya nga number, nga dili na gyud siya pwede nga imuhang i-count. So, mo na siya yung technique. So, mo na ang rules sa divisibility rule for 2. A number is divisible by 2 if the last digit is even. Kasi pasabot class kung tag-even. Mo na ito ang ibutang sa atong alimpatakan ha. So, if we say even, sa ato apa na nga binisaya, kung moingon tag-even, pares. Divisibility rules for 2 states that a number is divisible by 2 if the last digit is even. Simple ra kaayo, ato ko nang hinamduman nga kung ang number madako man na siya, basta ang kinalasan nga number is even, but ipasabot pares, then automatic it is divisible by 2. So, examples. 256. So, atong nabantayan, 256, it ends or the last number is 6. So, si 6, unsa man na siya, odd or even? So, it's even number. So, bot pasabot, automatic siya. The last digit or the last number is 6, which is even. Therefore, 256 is divisible by 2. So, sayon ra kaayo no, atong hinumduman sa divisibility rules for 2, basta gani ang number nagtapos sa even number, automatic it is, or that given number is divisible by 2. Another example, 100. It ends with 0. So if you say even, that means the numbers that ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So kana nga mga number gani, magtapos gani siya sa 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Or in short, mga pares ng mga number, automatic siya nga divisible by 2. In our second example, that is 100. So 100, ang last nga number or last digit is 0. So the last number is 0, therefore automatic gihapon siya, the given number is divisible by 2. Nasabtan ba siya, class? So unsa to itong ibutang? Gani, basta gani ang number nagtapos sa even or nagtapos siya sa 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8, automatic siya, it is divisible by 2. Another example, 99. 99. So, the last number is 9. So, atong hunahon-naon, ang rule sa divisibility rule number 2 states that the last number, it is only divisible by 2 if the last digit is even, or 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Since the given number is 99 and it ends with, or the last number is 9, which is also an odd number. Unsa maning odd? Bungkig. Ang atong hinumduman ani sa divisibility rule number 2, kinahanglan siya nga pares. But si 9 dili siya pares or bungkig siya or odd number. Therefore, dili man siya pares, wala man siya nagtapos sa pares nga number, both ipasabot si 99 is not, remember, not divisible by 2. Nakuha ba, class? So, kinahanglan lang atong balikon. If we say divisible by 2 or divisibility rules for 2, we have to remember that it is divisible by 2 if a number is, or the last digit is even, or the last number is 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So, nasabtan ba? Klaro ba? Ma'am, kung maingon ta og 63. So, 63. What is the last number? The last number is 3. So, dili siya pares. So, therefore, it is not divisible by 2. Klaro ba, class? So, aron masabtan gyud nato kung nakuha ba ninyo ang rule sa divisibility rule number 2 for 2. Now, let us have an exercise first. Now, you tell whether the following number is divisible by 2 or not. We have here 312. The second one is 6,539. The third one is 6,790. Number 4 is 1,258. Now, you try to tell me whether those number on the screen is divisible by 2 or not. So, mo na inyong i-answer, ha. I-identify ninyo siya kung divisible by 2 ba siya or dili. So, I am giving you time for that to answer. Siguro mga 1 minute. Sayo naman kaayo to, di ba? So, ato lang huna-hunaon, unsa to siya, class. Basta gani, nagtapos ang number of even number, mga mga pares. Or nagtapos siya og 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So, automatic siya nga divisible by 2. Okay, so I guess your answers are ready. So, it's time for us to check your answers. So, let's check. Okay, so for number 1, for 312, so it ends with the number 2, which is even. So our answer should be divisible by 2. Okay. Next is Number 2, 6,539. So, atong hinumduman, ang last nga number is 9. So, it is not even or dili siya pares, but it is an odd number or bungkig. Therefore, the answer is not divisible by 2. Next, number 3. Okay, so for number 3, the given is 6,790. So, kung tanaw na to, no, it ends with 0 or the last number is 0. So, which is even. So, pasabot, the answer is divisible by 2. Very good. Next. Okay, so the given is 1,258. So, 8 is the last number which is even or pares. Ang last number ha is 8. So, automatic, the answer is divisible by 2. So, nasabtan ba, class? Is everything clear about divisibility rules number 2? So, ato lang hinumduman sa ganito, class. Divisibility rule for 2. Iniglantaw ganita to sa number if the last number is even, pasabot, it is divisible by 2. Or a number is divisible by 2 if the last number is even or it ends or the last number is 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay, so I think everything is clear about divisibility rule for 2. Now let's proceed to divisibility rules for 5. Okay, so unsa man say ato ang hinumduman sa divisibility rules for 5? Okay, so mao na ang iyang rule, no? So a number is divisible by 5 if the last digit is 5 or 0. So very sayon gyud kaayo, class, ang atong hinumduman. Basta ang last kuno nga number or the last digit is 5 or 0, automatic, it is divisible by 5. So actually, pwede man ta mag-skip count, no? Kaysa yun, raman kaayo ang 5. Pwede 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, blah, blah, blah. But then, how about kung moabot na taong dagko nga number? So I guess, mahurot na lang atong tudlo, di pa ta ka maglibog ta kung ang number bagyod is divisible by 5. So this is the shortest way aron nga makahibaw ta nga kung ang number bagyod pwede bagyod siya ma-divide sa 5. So sa toy atong hinumduman, a number is divisible by 5 if the last digit is 5 or 0. So kung ganina si 2 ang atong hinumduman, ang last nga number is kinahanglan siya pares, aron ma-consider siya nga divisible by 2, by 5 siya, ang atong hinumduman, ang last nga number is nagtapos siya sa 5 or 0. Okay. So examples, we have number 1, 3,500. So atong hinumduman ha, divisibility rule for 5, the last digit is 5 or 0. So in our example, 3,500, 500, so the last digit or the last number is 0. So, therefore, the last digit or number is 0, therefore, the given example, or 3,500, is divisible by 5. Very good. Okay, another example. 5,065. Okay, so tanaw na to ang kinalasan nga number. In the 1st digit, ha? So, tanaw na to. See, what is the last digit or the last number? Okay, the last number is 5. So, meaning to say, kay 5 man. Therefore, 3,000, that is, sorry, nakalimtan o ano. So, therefore, 5,065 is divisible by 5. Okay, next example, 4,723 in our example class. So the last digit is 3. So wala siya nasakay sa ato ang rule nga kinahanglan 5 siya of 0 ang last number. So therefore, 4,723, the last number is 3. Therefore, it is not divisible by 5. So, kuha ba class? So, unsa to'y atong timan-an? Basta divisible by 5 siya. Kinahanglan class, ang last niya number is 5 or 0. Okay. So, I guess klaro na no. So, atong ibutang sa atong alimpatakan, divisibility rules for 5. A number is divisible by 5 if the last digit is 5 or 0. Okay. So, klaro naman no? So, let's have a short exercise. So, again, tell whether the following number is divisible by 5 or not. Number 1, 312 or 312. Number 2, 6,539. Number 3, 6,790. And number 4, 1,255. Tell whether the following number is divisible by 5 or not. Okay, so sayon ra gyud kaayo. So I guess you are done. So let's check your work. Okay, so for number 1, the given is 312. 312, the last number is 2. So atong timan-an, divisibility rule for 5. Ang kinahanglan lang, matawag nato siya nga divisible by 5 kung ang last nga number is 0 and 5. But this time, in our example, ang last nga number is 2. Therefore, it is not divisible by 5. Next, 6,539. So it ends with the number 9, or the last number is 9, which is not 5 nor 0. So our answer should be not divisible by 5. Okay, next number 3, 6,790. So last number is 0. Therefore, our answer is divisible by 5 or divisible. Good job to those who got the right answers. Next, number 4. Okay, so for number 4, again, the given is 1,255. So as we see, so the number ends with the number 5. Therefore, it is divisible by 5. Very good. So, is everything clear? So, sa ganito atong timan-an, basta divisible by 5 or the divisibility rule for 5 states that a number is divisible by 5 only if the last number is 5 or 0. So, mara na itong timan-an last. Ang last na number is 0 or 5. Okay, now, clear na. So, let's proceed to divisibility rules for 10. Okay, for 10, so, it states that a number is divisible by 10 if the last digit is 0. So, pinagyod ka sayon, sayon, sayon. So, ang last ko nga number is 0. Wala kay laing timan-an. Nga mahibaw-an nimo nga ang number is divisible by 10. Only the number 0 as the last number. So, muna siya ha. So, example na to, kay sayon raman kayo, kung ang last ko nga number is 0, automatic it is divisible by 10. Okay, example, 250. So, in our example, 250, the last digit or the last number is 0. Therefore, it is divisible by 10. So, muna siya, 250 is divisible by 10. Next example, 100. So for 100, again, it ends with the last digit is 0. Therefore, it is divisible by 10. So, yun. Next, third example is 99. So for 99, so atong makit-ano nga 9. So wala na po siya masakay sa atong rule, which is a number should ends with 0. Therefore, 99 is not divisible by 10. So, klaro ba? Sayon sa tanang sayon. Atong hinumduman, divisibility rule for 10, a number is divisible by 10 if the last digit is 0. Okay. So, klaro na ba? Kung klaro na ang tanan, so let's try to answer this one. Tell whether the following number is divisible by 10 or not. So, first, we have 312. Second is 6,530. 6,790 and 1,255. So, 1 minute for you to answer the numbers posted on the screen. Alright, so ato lang timan divisibility rule for 10. If it is divisible by 10 if the number ends with 0. So tanaw ako no diha asay nag-end or nagtapos sa 0. Okay, I guess the time is up and you are kicking already to know the right answer if you really had the correct answer. So let's try to check. Okay, number 1, 312. The answer is not. Okay, next. 6,530. Is it divisible by 10 or not? The answer is divisible because it ends with 0. Next, number 3, 6,000. All right, so 6,790. So the last number is 0. Therefore, the answer is divisible by 10. Next, number 4, 1,255. So 1,255, what is the last number? The last number is 5. So, dili siya 0. Therefore, the answer is not divisible by 10. So, sayon kaayo sa nga tanan. Now, from the topic that I have discussed, we could say, or you have to remember this one as a whole. So, unsa to ganina? For divisibility rule for 2, we have to remember, ibutang sa utok sa atong alimpatakan, a number is divisible by 2 only if the last digit is even. Kung mga tag-even, paris, or in short, dili siya, bungkig. So you can have the numbers 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And then, divisibility rule for 5, a number is divisible by 5 if the last digit is 5 or 0. So, mo na itong timanan ha. Kung ang last niya number is 5 or 0, automatic it is divisible by 5. Then, divisibility rule for 10, a number is divisible by 10 if the last digit is 0. Okay, so more na itong timanan, kinasayunan. So, pangutana, ma'am, na ba'y tendency nga usa ka number divisible by 2 and still divisible by 5 and divisible by 10? The answer is yes. So, like for example, if we say 200, so it ends with 0. So, yes, it is divisible by 2, which is even, di ba? Atong hinumduman, 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8, or even number, basta pares, automatic siya divisible by 2. So, therefore, 200 is divisible by 2. Next, for 5, ang atong timanan, kung nagtapos siya og 5 og 0, si 200, nagtapos siya sa 0. Therefore, automatic siya, it is also divisible by 5. Then, for number 10, divisibility rule for 10, 0 po siya, diba? So, since si 200 is nagtapos siya og 0, then automatic, it is also divisible by 10. So, ang usa ka number, pwede siya divide or can be divided by 2, pwede ni 5, pwede po ni 10. Okay, I guess klaro na tanan and there are no more questions. So, I am giving you time to answer this one. So, circle the numbers that are divisible by the number given. So, choose the numbers on the screen. Which one is divisible by 2, which one is divisible by 5, and which one is divisible by 10. And all you have to do, or ang inyo lang buhaton, is you are going to circle it. So, circulan nimo ang mga number nga pwede ni 2 or divisible by 2, ni divisible by 5, and ni divisible by 10. So, sayon kaayo. So, hinumduman lang nato ang iyang mga rules kay para dali kaayo ta nga maka-answer. Okay, so I guess humana na because I know nga nasabta na gyud ninyo pag-ayo ang mga rules ni 2, 5, ug ni 10. Now, let's check your answers. So circle the numbers that are divisible by the number given. The numbers 234 to 465, 849, so on and so forth. So which numbers are, or what are the numbers that are divisible by 2? 5 and 10. So we have here 234. Next, 2,450. It is divisible by 2. Next, okay, 638. Next, all right, 426. Then, 7,232. Next, for divisibility rule number 5, or which numbers are divisible by 5 in the given examples? Okay, we have 655. Next, 675. Next, 670. Then, 640. Then, 560. Down to divisible by 10. What are the numbers? Or what numbers are divisible by 10? So, we have here 330. Next, 560 or 560. Next, 640, 510, and 630. Okay, so hopefully nasabtan ang tanano and everybody got perfect. Thank you so much for listening. So, bye. Happy learning, everyone. I am Teacher Jen, so do not forget to like, share, and hit the subscribe button for more videos.